For any coach in this room or anybody that coaches as much as I do, you do a girls' banquet, you do a boys' banquet, you do a swim banquet, you're speaking in front of families and kids and administrators and faculty all the time. So the speaking part doesn't bother me. It's the looking forward part the whole time and speaking off the cuff if you would in a team meeting or if you would before a game and pregame or postgame. But I kind of wrote all mine. It came out to be 4 pages. And watching Kylie and Chris speak so eloquently, I'm kind of now feel stupid. I'm gonna be looking down with my cheaters or readers that are 3.5s and having to be able to I don't think they make 4s yet, which is a bummer because I really can't see anything. So difficult. And then with tears in your eyes up here, it's hard. Chris held it pretty tight till the very end. He still didn't drop, too many tears or like I'm going to for sure. And Kylie was pretty good till she got to her mom, and then she got a little emotional. I am absolutely emotional from the second I wake up in the morning until I go to bed at night. That's kind of how it is. First of all, Chris, the amazing words, thank you so much. Whoever Chris Ramsey is, thank you so much for those words up here. And the funny part is they did show the trophy case in there, and I was presented with the President's Cup, I think the first one ever in 2000 or 2001. San Diego Shores won the most national championships wherever Kathy is and Ed Reynolds are. They seem to win them every year now, and we don't win anymore. That's okay. I love you and respect you for everything, Kathy and Ed, wherever you are. But in all reality, I received a trophy after, thanks to Gavin and some other friends, Dan Lacey, playing in Spain, and you go to their trophy cases, and these things are enormous. They're like this big. And you come to USA Water Polo in 2000, and they gave you a trophy that was this big. And being the arrogant kind of son of a you-know-what back then, I walked off stage as I put it in my pocket. And I was thoroughly embarrassed for USA Water Polo and for our sport at that point. So I put the trophy in my pocket, and I won 5 more in a row of those. And I think there were 6 total. And then we had an office. My friend Tracy Zemke designed our office years ago, and she put together this amazing thing, all my international flags from all the tournaments that we coached in and everything. And I said, these little trophies look really silly in here. So we commissioned 6 gigantic Champions Cup trophies. And to this day, I have them in my office with all the other hardware. So that's a segue to your comments, Chris. And it's been an amazing ride. So to be able to stand up here, wear this jacket, I'll tell you kind of where my journey started. For water polo, at least into coming and standing on the stage today. I received the Legacy Award in 2018, and I had called my friend Christy and said, this is what they give you when you're never getting into the Hall of Fame, because I've never heard of the Legacy Award before, nor has it ever been given after. So Maureen and I think a couple other people won it, and I thought, for sure, I'm never getting the Hall of Fame. This is like, go away, Peabody, you're an idiot. Like, let's move on. So in that regard, it was kind of funny, and then I've been around the water polo world for a really, really long time. I'm 61 this year, so I started when I was 11. But I got to go on a women's national team trip way back in the day, and Dion was actually the goalie on that trip. And for some reason, they let us have a station wagon in Puerto Rico. I wasn't even part of the contingent, and I got to hang out with the team, and I got a credential. Everything was phenomenal for me at the time. But Dion was the only one allowed to drive. I think Sandy was there too. I think I saw Sandy walk in somewhere today. I don't know if she's here or not, but are you here? Had a girl, Sandy, but and then obviously Christy and Carla are here that were on that trip too. So amazing stuff for me. But that's when Dion called me. I was to start crying, literally on the couch. I was like, wow, they didn't forget about me. The Legacy Award was a thing. I guess that was really cool. But I told my wife, I was like, she goes, what's up? Why are you crying? I was like, I just think I got into the Hall of Fame. This is insane. I feel really good about this. So Dion, thank you very much for that phone call. And then to talk about Greg and his staff just really quickly and be thankful for it. But Greg and I have known each other for a really long time now, and he is everyone's champion. For those of you that don't know Greg Meskel, he lives, breathes, bleeds everything about USA Water Polo and everything about water polo athletes and coaches and our culture and everything we're doing in the sport of water polo. So Greg, thank you so much. That's a giant round of applause for Greg. And the guy behind the mic, or Cherie, wherever you are with all the pictures, been down to my house, been to Bishop's, been wherever, and just taking care of it. Big shout out to you and your love and smile for all of us athletes and coaches, and caring so much about what we do and putting it out there to the public has been great. So thank you for all the support. I got to coach in 3 Junior Worlds and 3 Pan American Championships, won 3 Pan Ams, but in the World Championships, I think it was my second one in Long Beach, I spent a ton of time with Greg on a daily basis. I'd have to interview before games and after games, which is kind of nerve-wracking because you're actually trying to win games. And Greg would have all these questions, and I just want to get back to my team or get to my thoughts. And so thank you very much for helping me grow up as a coach and helping me learn how to speak in front of people. So this is the portion where I stop looking forward and I stop stop looking at all of you, and as one of my good friends said, look to the left of the room where it's not family and friends so you won't cry as much. The problem is I have a lot of family and friends in the room, and a lot of ex-players and athletes, whether on the women's national team currently that I've watched you grow up and play in County Cup or do whatever and move on to what you're doing. Ryan gave me the biggest hug today when she walked through the door, so that was really awesome for me. And when I saw Jamie and Kylie out front, I have a great relationship with the neutral family, so this is unbelievable to go in with your class with Ken Smith and with Chris Oding and with Kylie. So congratulations to all three of you. Being inducted today is absolutely amazing. And to be with you in that class is very heartfelt. So congratulations, a big round of applause for them. All right, switch to the glasses, and I timed this, so I think about 7 minutes and 52 seconds, less my opening remarks. I didn't want to mess up here and go like 15 minutes. And the last thing I'll say before I go forward, for those of you that thought I was going to pull a Ted Newland today, nah, not happening. I've had a great ride, an up and down ride in USA Water Polo, and some phenomenal things that have occurred in my career in USA Water Polo, and some things that were what they were. And as Kylie said through her journey and Chris's journey, and I'm sure Ken through his journey, they've all been great things and things you learn from and things you grow from. So first of all, I'd like to thank USA Water Polo and the whole Hall of Fame committee. So I know Coach Bolander is not here, but he's very instrumental in everything that goes on. I've already thanked Greg, and I've already congratulated Chris and Kylie. So I'd like to thank the Partovich family and my brother Dean. Back in the day, he was a better player than me, but he quit after high school and never played again. I continued playing until I was about 37. So maybe in high school, Ian, he was better, but after that, like, he kind of hung it up. So Dino, like, congratulations on that very small career and maybe being better than me back in the day. It was fun growing up. So I got to play with my brother growing up. I got to play for Hall of Fame coach Dick Draz that they showed in memoriam. Pretty crazy. So I had my same coach in club, 11 years old, same coach in high school. And then I went back about 4 years or 5 years after high school and played at Mesa Community College for Coach Draz. So he was kind of my coach the whole time. And so, like, his passing this year has been really hard on me and those that support me in my water polo journey. So I'd like to also thank the people that came out today to support me in receiving this great honor. My immediate family, my beautiful wife, Malin. I know you hate ever being recognized and it bothers the crud out of you, but thank you so much for everything that you do for me. I'd like to thank my son and my daughter, Emmy and Lucas. I know you don't like this either, and I know my daughter's over there crying already, so you're all right, kiddo, you can handle it. I think Lucas could care less. He just wants to go get Chick-fil-A. He's like, Dad, could you just shut up? Like, I've already ordered it. It's at the front desk. I just need to actually get it. So, like, if there's a break here, I can go get my food. Anyway, I'd like to thank my dad, Tom Peabody. He's here today. So in about 1983, I was living in a place called Glenwood Springs, Colorado, and my dad was working at a junior high school down in Newcastle. It was Riverside Junior High School or whatever, and they were dropping the wrestling program. My dad said, "Oh, no, you're not going to drop the wrestling program. My son Doug will coach it." And I was like, came to that night. We had an apartment, me and my brother and our friend, and came to me and said, "Hey, you're coaching wrestling starting next week down in Newcastle." And I said, "What are you talking about? I only wrestled 2 years in high school." And he goes, "No, you're coaching." I told him you'd do it. And I was like, "What? I'm skiing all day, Dad, and then I'm working in the restaurant. You know, like, I'm not coaching." He goes, "No, you're coming down there and coaching." So I had my first coaching job in 1983. I was 19 years old, and it was a wrestling team. It was all middle schoolers, and we won the district. We went 6-0, and I think I became a coach that year. So thanks, Dad. I love you. Pretty incredible way to start a journey to a water polo coach. I'd like to thank my mom, the late, great Elaine Peabody, for being my biggest supporter ever. Besides my wife and daughter, I'd like to acknowledge Dan Lace and Dan Klatt, Pete Catino, and Kim Colette for the influence they've had on my playing and coaching career. I could sit here and talk about all these people that I'm mentioning and the impact they've had on me and the sport of water polo, but for those of you that know those people in this room that have either played for them or coached with them or had a chance to be part of some staff with them, that you know why I'm thanking them. I also a big thank you to all my friends and my shorts coaching colleagues that are here today that came out to support me. You should give yourselves a round of applause. You do amazing things for kids every day. I know you'll probably hold the applause, but you deserve them. I'd like to thank my friend Kirk Lazarick, who played on the Maccabee Games team in 1989, for coming out today and making the trip. And then my friend Rick Fryer that couldn't make it today and sent me the most amazing text. I showed my wife. It was about that long. But he's like running dark side, and he's at Masters Nationals, and he's playing in, I think, 55s and 60s and probably even 50s, knowing Ricky and having a great time. So I'd like to acknowledge my colleagues from the Bishop School and thank them for all their support today. I'd like to give a shout out, as Tiffany mentioned on the video, to Ty Lackey, wherever he is in the family. I think he's the only guy here from the original family. So TY, thanks for coming out. I know you have a game at 3. I'll try and keep it tight. I'd like to give a huge shout outs to the Hodgins family, the McCain family, the Rulon family, the Sardo family, Tracy and Al Zemke, they're here today, the Keck family, the Tiff family, the Leach family, the Eldridges, the Kastrups, the Sicard Medigovich family, the Garrity's, and the Stone family, who's also back here with the Vasquez family today. Many shout outs to people that have helped Shore survive and me survive in the coaching world. It's been unbelievable. I know that Doug Arthur's out there. I hope you saw the picture. I got it in there, Dougie. So just so you know, I didn't forget. I'm now coaching kids. I work at the Bishop School in La Jolla, as they said. And there's a gentleman named Russell Murphy that played with Doug. They grew up together. And now I'm coaching Russell's son, Seamus, who's a freshman at Bishop's, going to be a sophomore. So I am that old at this point. And things have gone pretty crazy. I'd like to share this amazing distinction with some incredible coaches that I'm currently or have recently worked with. First, Daniel Stephen Way, wherever you are, D-Way, I love you. Ian the Wizard Davidson, both were on my video. Tim Reed, Chad Sally, Mitchell Seeley, Rod Bowen, Ken Toma, Kaylee Kastrup, Jacob Castro, Casey Tudor, Sean Thomas, Connor Leavoff, and of course, I think I saw her walk in, the unbelievably talented Georgia Gilmore. Thanks, Gigi. I think you get a big round of applause for Gigi. I should say. We love you, Gigi. I'd like to thank and congratulate the Hall of Famers that I got to coach, and then she didn't get mentioned, is Kathy Gubashihi back there, who was the first one into the group. Gubs, we love you, unbelievable. Congratulations on your Hall of Fame that I get to join you is amazing. And Kelly Rulon, who was on the video, and I know Kanga, you got inducted during COVID, so I was going to tell you to come up here and speak, and you told me absolutely not, that you were not going to do it. It would have taken some pressure off me. So as a coach, of wrestling or water polo, I've always had the ability to connect easily with athletes and their families, and all the people here today supporting me are a testament to that. So thank you so much for coming out. Just a few other people I'd like to thank that have had a big impact on me and made me think about who I am as a coach and what I've done. A huge shout out to my boy Eric Gordon in North Carolina that was not on my video. A gigantic shout out to Jamie Stewart. The late, great Stu Dog, you're the man. JT, back in the back. I had no idea you were coming today from Hawaii, dude. I didn't even know you were back from Germany, and now you're going back to Germany. So blew me away today. Started crying right away when I saw you in the hallway. So crazy. Thanks for your undying support always about my water polo career. The kids and other coaches I talk to fairly, every week, I guess. Casey Moon, Jackie Pacino, Nicole Davidson, Ted Menace, and a giant shout out to my San Diego State Aztec crew that's in the back. That was one of my first great teams. I know you guys all showed up large for me today, so thank you. And the rest of the Shores families that showed up today, and the Grandinetti family and the Leach family that came super large for me. I do appreciate you being here and the big hugs and always thinking of me. So in closing my stuff, in my close circles, I am known to have some poetic and some sort of rap skills, so I will see if I can do it some justice here today. No, I will not be spitting any bars up here. I've done that at middle school assemblies, so I won't do that. I'll just read a couple of things for you, and I'll get out of your hair. To all the athletes and coaches still chasing that water polo dream, I write these words to inspire you to do all the things I know you can do, to push yourself to be your best, to do all the work it takes to pass any test. Hold firm to your convictions and stay the course. Face up to those that don't believe in you and do so with no remorse. Find the talent inside all of the athletes you coach. Build them up to be their personal best so you can later share a toast. Teach them how to find that winner within. Teach them what's important and where to begin. Forge with them the tools they will need. Show them the love, grit, and hard work it will take for each of them to succeed. Give everyone a chance and help them to elevate their game. Help change their lives by using the sport so they will never be the same. Show them that you can live a whole day on that one amazing play, whether it be a steal, a field block, an absolute dime, or putting the game winner away. Thank you to all of you that came out to support me today. Thank you for all my family and friends and all my old teammates and the kids I got to coach while you grew up. You made my life amazing and very fulfilled. I appreciate you very much. Thank you, Chris and USA Water Polo in the Hall of Fame. Thanks for everything.